So as you can see here, as I squat down, I'm squatting at a very controlled tempo. I'm not moving very quickly. Um, I'm making sure my form is good, right? So step one, as I said, form is everything. Um, in the gym, you have to master form first. You can't just move weight around, especially if you're training to build muscle, because if you're just moving weight around, you're not really making sure that you're utilizing the correct muscles. Also, as you can see here, this is one of my friends that I trained. She's making sure that she's squeezing and she's fully contracting. Like, this is like immaculate form. So, in the beginning, when you first start using free weights, you have to master the form first. Why? Because, form is absolutely everything, right? But one thing that many people did not know is there's actually like a progression that you go through on your fitness journey. Yeah, so according to National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM, actually you start with the stabilization phase, which is pretty much just a very slow tempo. So in the concentric or the positive movement up, as you can see, like as we were just looking at a woman on the bench press doing bench press, then she was moving upward at a decent tempo, but the down movement was slower, the negative movement. The movement that you're fighting against gravity, that is actually the movement that is more slow. So when we're using free weights, that's generally when we're going to use that more slow tempo in the stabilization phase. But then after that, we move up to strength endurance, meaning that we're going to increase the weight a little bit, but we're still going to use a controlled tempo. But now that we're mastering form, tempo is, a little bit faster. Then there's the hypertrophy phase, which is the phase that you're going to build the most muscle in, which is a rep range of roughly 8 to 12. Sometimes can be lower, it depends on your body type. And then there's like maximal strength, which is just when you're going for lower reps of roughly, I'd say around anywhere from 2 to 5 reps that you're going to increase your maximal strength, right? Then after that is power. So when you progress through these, you need all of them, of course, but you need to progress through them all, honestly, because health is honestly not just hypertrophy. It's not just how your muscles look, but it's how they perform, right? But at the same time, certain people are going to want certain things, Like for me, my goal is pretty much to build muscle as much as I can naturally without the use of any steroids or anything. So for me, since that's my goal, then that is the phase, if you will, that I hang out in. I hang out in the hypertrophy phase the most. But there are some times that I have to move to the power phase because I don't just want to be a stiff kind of bodybuilder type person. I want to be very functional as well and fast. I want to be fast, functional, and strong, right? So I incorporate all of those phases. Now, I'm currently making workout plans so that you can pretty much reach whatever goal you want to reach. If you want to be just extremely strong, if you want to be really fast, or if you just want to be really, really aesthetic. I understand most people are going to want to just be really aesthetic. That's kind of like, I guess, the era we live in, is that most people just kind of want to look very appealing to other people. And quite frankly, that's my space. That's the space that I'm extremely good at training people in, is making them look the best possible. Right? But why do we even want to do this? Why do we want to train? Well, training, honestly, is going to change everything. The thing about training is, it's not just moving around weights. Some people may say like that it's just nothing but physical, but really it's going to change everything about you. It's going to change the way you view yourself, not just because of outwardly, but you're going to build like a massive amount of confidence because you're going to stick to something. You're going to do it. And if you consistently do it, because working out and getting in shape is not simply just working out. That's just an hour a day. But you got the other 23 hours that you've got to be effectively, manipulating your life so that it's conducive to you changing the way you look or changing the way you feel. You have to be getting adequate sleep. You have to be getting adequate protein. You have to be making sure your macros are in check. And all those things, they're building this self-belief in yourself. So even when you start lifting, even though at that moment you cannot see that person you're trying to be, the fact that you know you have what it takes to get there is going to change everything. The fact that you know you're putting in the work to get there is going to build your confidence. It doesn't even take long. Just after maybe even just a week, you're going to notice like, wow, like I'm changing already. I'd say the hardest part is just maintaining a humble attitude. So this is kind of what I want, like, for this channel, is just people to go on this journey and just push themselves to their limits, not just physically, but mentally. Because ultimately, I think weight training, and not just weight training, not just my brand of fitness, but anything, endurance, strength, power, flexibility, all those things, they're going to change you because they're challenging. So I want everyone to kind of just hop on this journey, hop on this humble range journey with me, so we can just go beast mode in 2017 and leave no stone unturned. Next time in Dragon Ball Z. Just kidding. Next time on Humble Rage Fitness, we gonna learn about how much cardio you should do.